Hello, fourth and fifth graders. How are we doing today? Happy Friday. All right, so we're going to kind of pick up where we left off on Thursday, going over the seven claps game. And today we're going to be talking about a 7/4 time signature. So to begin, I hope that you really had a chance to practice the seven claps game. I'll review it once right now, but if you haven't done that, I'm not going to teach how to do it in this lesson. That's going to be from yesterday. Okay, so if you haven't done that, please pause this and go back to yesterday's and review the seven claps pattern because you probably won't get it the first time. This is your first time trying it out, okay? So it has four sections, right? A section, B section, C, and D section. Each section repeats 2 times. All right, so here, I'm just gonna go through it, the whole thing, all right? If you're comfortable, do it with me. If not, go back to yesterday's lesson to really learn, okay? So for each section, we're gonna count to 7, basically, right? Here we go. Starting with the A section, which just starts with pat. B section is pat, clap pattern. C section is pat, clap, snap. D section is pat, cross, pat, clap, snap, clap, pat. I had to even remember that. It's tricky. Okay, so here we go. All 4 sections together. Each one repeats itself. Ready, set, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I messed that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. And D section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo! That's tricky. Even I was having trouble with that. All right, so I hope you're comfortable with that right now because we're going to kind of change gears. We're going to bring this back to a song in just a moment, but I'm going to scoot my computer forward and share my screen. Here we go. All right, should be sharing my screen. You can kind of see my kitty peeking over the top. All right, so the song that we're going to be studying and listening to today is a song called Money. It's a pretty famous song by a band called Pink Floyd. And it's got this really famous album cover too. Perhaps you've seen that. It's from an album called Dark Side of the Moon, okay? The reason why we're looking at this song Money today is because it's one of the most famous songs that's in a 7/4 time signature, okay? So I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But let's start by just listening. I know that audio is not going to be perfect on this, so I'll put a link to this song in your newsletter, so you won't have to worry about hearing it perfectly. But I just want to show you how we're going to be counting this. Okay, so it's in 7/4 time, meaning that there is 7 beats in each measure, which is an odd time signature. Okay, so let's just listen. I know it's not going to be perfect. But let's listen, and I'm going to count a little bit so you can hear how the 7 beats work, okay? So here we go. I'm going to make it full screen too. Okay. All right. So it has this intro. Sounds like money in a cash register. But you can actually hear the beat already. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. All right, see if you can count it with me this time. 1, 2, 5, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See if you can count it in your head. 6, 7. 1. 1, 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So just listen a little bit more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm going to pause there. I know that the audio probably was not perfect on that, but that's okay because remember, you will be able to listen to this on your own. You won't have to use that video. Okay, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the counting of that. All right, and we are going to back up a little bit, and we are going to look at some time signature. Just review some time signature stuff, okay? I know this is a big review. I just want to make sure that everyone remembers when we look at a time signature in music, what the numbers mean, right? So here is a really common time signature, 4/4. Remember, the top number represents the number of beats in the measure, and the bottom number determines the type of note that gets the beat. In this instance, it's a 4 on the bottom representing a quarter note or a 1/4 note, right? So a quarter note. All right, so we're going to look at a couple more pictures. This next picture we're going to look at is actually some 7/4 time signature, right? Okay, so we're looking here, 7 beats per measure, and there are a quarter note receives 1 beat, all right? So we see 2 beats here, half note, dotted half note, remember how many beats that gets? 3. So 3 beats plus another 2 beats. That should add up to 7, right? 2, 5, 7, okay? So you can count this like I was doing in the money video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But when we're using these kind of more complex or odd time signatures, a lot of times people like to break them up. Rather than counting to 7, they kind of feel it as a group of 2, a group of 3, and then one more group of 2. So that could sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, right? So when we look at this measure, we see 1 beat, another 1 beat, so 2 beats, 3 beats, and another 2. You could count it like the original way I was doing it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or you could group it like this, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, right? So in this measure, we see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I know that I'm counting it differently, but I'm still just counting that group of 7 notes per measure, okay? So this is pretty odd stuff, but it makes a really cool groove in a song if it's done correctly, all right? So this last group, we see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, let's look at another picture. This one, this is just a different way of breaking up this measure. Rather than using words, this picture that I found, rather than counting using numbers, this one's using words. So see if you can figure out, I'm gonna just read it for you and see if you can figure out how they're grouping this. Talking, talking, triangle. Talking, talking, triangle. So if you were to count that, rather than using talking, talking, triangle, if you were to count that, how do you think you would do that? I'll read it one more time and see if you can, and I don't want you just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How would you group this, okay? I'll read it one more time, give you some think time, and then I'll share the answer. Talking, talking, triangle. One more time. Talking, talking, triangle. Talking, talking, triangle. Okay? How are you counting that? Well, I'll tell you how I would have been counting that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Is that what you were thinking? I bet it was. All right. So, looking at this picture right here, I'm going to make it full screen and make it so you can see my hands a little bit too. All right, so in our 7 claps game, the way that we've been doing it, we've been leaving a rest at the end, right? You might have not been aware of that, but if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, that little space right there before I started, that was kind of like a rest, okay? I'm taking that rest out this time. I'm going to have to use my hands, so I can't have the cursor follow along. But here's what the 7 claps game would sound like if I took that rest out. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So now that you've seen me do that, I want you to just rewind that little clip. Try that with me, okay? So I just want you to rewind. I'm not going to redo it. I want you to rewind and try that pattern with me, because that is going to take us up to our next slide we're going to look at, which is, this is actually the rhythm for that Pink Floyd song called Money. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? You see that famous cover artwork of a prism, light being reflected through a prism. That's what that is. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to do the hand clapping pattern. Even though we have this kind of triplet note right here, we're not going to count it like, or clap it like that, or count it, whatever, in our clapping pattern. Okay, that's just a rhythm that happens in the song. So here I go. I'm going to do that. Get your hands ready. I'd like you to try this with me. We're going to do all 4 sections of the 7 claps hand game without that rest. So it's just going to go, once you get to 7, you go right back to that 1. Okay? So here's all 4 sections repeating twice. Here we go. I'll count us in. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo! All right, so that is how that hand clapping pattern is going to work with the song. Lastly, kind of just to be a little distracted here, I wanted to show you this picture. This is actually what that cover of the album is. So it's white light going through a glass prism and then reflecting all of these colors of the rainbow, okay? Maybe some of you have seen that. Maybe you have a crystal or a prism at home. And on a super sunny day, maybe you'll see like a rainbow on the other side of the room. So that's what that cover is. All right, let's get back to 7/4 time. Okay, so what's going to happen now is I'm going to pull up the video and do a little demo with that. Okay, so let's rewind it back to the very beginning. And let's not start the hand clapping until you hear that guitar and bass line come in. Okay, until you really don't start your hand clapping pattern until you're really feeling the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? I don't want you to start the hand clapping pattern until you're really feeling that 7/4 time, okay? So here we go. I know the sound is not perfect. Okay. I think we're gonna have the instruments come in. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get ready. 1. Here we go. 6, 5, 6, 7. 1. E section. 1, 2, 7, 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. I messed up that last one. All right, so that is the hand clapping game. hand clapping, no, sorry, not the game. The hand clapping, I'm gonna stop the share. Hand clapping game exercise pattern set to the Pink Floyd song called Money, a super famous song in 7/4. So try that out, see how long you can last in the song. Have fun with it, and I will talk to you all soon. All right.